Okay, let's dive into this. Andhra Pradesh. You probably think of maybe temples, spicy food, vibrant culture, but, well, something else is brewing there now.
hmm Something quite significant.
Yeah, there's this huge surge of interest in working from home. I mean, initially we heard this like wild number, over 15 crore people interested, which sounds, well, almost unbelievable for one state.
Right, that number seems a bit high, but the actual survey, which was pretty big in itself, covering around 99 lakh people,
Okay.
it found 24.82 lakh individuals saying they'd absolutely go for WFH.
24 lakh people. That's
So
that's huge. It's like a whole city wanting home offices.
it really is. And what makes it more compelling is who they surveyed. We're talking 18 to 50-year-olds, people with, at least intermediate qualifications or higher degrees, diplomas.
Oh, educated folks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
About 37% of the eligible population in that bracket actually took part. And breaking it down, you've got 11.75 lakh with intermediate or degree level, and another 13.06 lakh with diplomas or even more advanced qualifications. So this isn't just some vague preference, it's a substantial chunk of the skilled workforce.
It feels like a real potential shift in how Andhra Pradesh works.
A massive potential shift, yeah.
So the big question then is, why? Why this sudden or seemingly sudden huge interest right now in Andhra Pradesh?
Well, I think there are a few factors converging. The economy, for one. Andhra Pradesh has actually been doing pretty well economically.
Right. I saw something about their GSDP growth.
Yeah, 8.21% growth in gross state domestic product for 2024-25. That's second highest in India, right after Tamil Nadu.
Impressive.
It is. The economy is expanding. GSDP went up quite a bit from the previous year. And there's been quite a lot of talk about big investments, job creation.
Something like Rs 8 lakh crore in investments, maybe 5 lakh jobs in the last 10 months or so.
Exactly those kinds of numbers, which makes this WFH interest even more interesting, doesn't it?
It does. If the job market's supposedly booming, why are so many people looking for remote options specifically?
I think it boils down to the type of opportunity people want. It seems like flexibility and, honestly, convenience are becoming really high priorities.
Oh, the commute.
Definitely the commute. Think about places like Visakhapatnam. The traffic, the time lost. Avoiding that daily grind is a huge motivator. You reclaim hours of your day.
Makes total sense. Anyone would want that back.
Right.
But it feels like more than just traffic, right? A lifestyle thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's about that flexibility, managing personal life, family time, having more control over your schedule. That's a powerful draw.
And the government seems to be noticing.
Very much so, and acting on it. This detail about identifying 118 government buildings for potential WFH hubs, that's not just talk.
118 buildings. Wow.
Yeah, it shows a serious commitment to providing the necessary infrastructure. They seem to see WFH not just as an employee perk, but maybe as a strategic tool for growth.
So what would these hubs actually offer? Just desks?
Well, the idea seems to be providing essentials. Reliable, fast internet is key, obviously. And maybe proper co-working spaces for those who can't easily work from home or just prefer a dedicated space sometimes.
Okay, so tackling the practical barriers. Makes sense. And this isn't happening in a vacuum, is it?
Yeah,
The whole world kind of shifted towards remote work recently.
precisely. The pandemic experience globally proved that remote work is viable for a lot of sectors. That definitely filters down into expectations and aspirations.
Right.
Plus, Andhra Pradesh has a growing IT sector. You look at major investments like Tata Consultancy Services putting, ours says 370 crore into Visakhapatnam. That's meant to create like 12,000 jobs.
A lot of tech jobs.
Exactly. And tech jobs often lend themselves very well to remote work. So you have this convergence, global trend, local tech growth, educated workforce.
Okay, so let's circle back to the people. That initial 15 crore number might have been inflated, but the 24.82 lakh from the survey is solid. Can we paint a picture of who these individuals might be?
It's hard to generalize completely, but you can imagine, say, Priya. Maybe she's from Crore, got her computer science degree. WFH could mean working for a global tech firm without leaving her hometown.
Contributing locally, working globally.
Exactly. Or maybe Venkatesh, perhaps a 45-year-old accountant in Vijayawada. He might just want better work-life balance, less commute, more family time.
So it spans ages and professions.
It seems likely, from recent grads to experienced professionals, all seeing WFH as a way to, improve their situation.
And it's not just individual desire driving this. The government's playing a big role.
A huge role. The state government, under Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu, seems very proactive. He's got a history of pushing for high growth. aiming for, I think, 15% growth now?
Ambitious.
Very. And this WFH policy, the survey itself, it all seems part of a bigger strategy to leverage the state's human capital effectively. They've cleared massive investment proposals, expecting hundreds of thousands of jobs.
Around 4.16 lakh jobs tied to those proposals.
Something like that. And it seems they see remote work playing a key role in filling many of those positions, especially the skilled ones.
Okay, the vision is there, the ambition is clear, but making this happen on such a scale, surely there are challenges, big ones.
Absolutely. Huge challenges. Probably the biggest, most immediate one is internet connectivity.
Ah, yes, especially outside the main cities.
Exactly. Reliable, high-speed internet across rural Andhra Pradesh is, well, it's fundamental. Without it, this whole WFH dream kind of falls apart for a lot of people.
The digital divide, still a major issue. What else?
Then there's the human element. Self-discipline, Staying productive at home isn't always easy. People might need training, not just technical skills, but also how to manage remote work effectively.
Like avoiding burnout, staying connected?
Yeah, things like loneliness, difficulty unplugging. Studies have shown these are real issues with remote work. Support and training are needed.
Okay, and then the jobs themselves.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or maybe the 24 lakh person question. The survey shows massive demand for WFH. But will enough companies actually offer remote positions based in Andhra Pradesh to meet that demand?
Will supply match demand? Crucial. And it needs to be fair, right? Accessible to everyone.
Equity is vital. You need to ensure it's a real option across the board. Think about potential challenges for women, maybe juggling household responsibilities alongside remote work.
That requires careful thought. I saw the government is doing tailoring training for women. Maybe similar targeted support for remote work skills could help.
Potentially, yes. Specific programs might be needed to make sure everyone who wants to work remotely can.
Okay, so challenges are clear. Infrastructure, skills, job availability, equity. Let's zoom back out to the economy. You mentioned strong growth, rising per capita income. How does WFH fit into achieving those bigger economic goals?
Well, Andhra's economic performance has been strong, third in per capita income growth recently, I believe, with projections aiming really high for the future, like RSS 5.4 lakh by 2028-29, and even ARTS 55 lakh by 2047.
Those are some big numbers.
They are. And you see massive investments planned across sectors: steel, semiconductors, tourism, railways, pharma. It shows broad momentum.
So where does WFH slot in?
It can be a powerful complement. Instead of concentrating highly skilled workers just in Visakhapatnam or Vijayawada, WFH allows you to tap into that talent pool across the entire state.
Ah, spreading the benefits.
Exactly. Reducing pressure on cities, boosting local economies in smaller towns, maybe even villages. There are over 13,000 gram panchayats. Imagine skilled workers contributing from all corners of the state. That helps achieve more balanced, inclusive growth.
That's a compelling vision. So to make that vision a reality, what are the absolute must-do steps?
Okay, key steps. 1. Infrastructure overdrive. Seriously expanding high-speed internet, making it universal.
Non-negotiable.
2. Skill development. Both technical skills needed for remote jobs and the soft skills for working effectively remotely.
Audit.
3. Private sector buy-in. Actively attracting companies, convincing them to set up remote operations or hire remotely from Andhra Pradesh.
Incentives, maybe?
Could be part of it. And 4. A cultural shift. Promoting WFH as a legitimate, productive, valuable way to work, not just a temporary fix or a second-best option.
Infrastructure, skills, jobs, culture. Quite a package. If they manage all that, what could Andhra look like in, say, 2030?
You could genuinely see a different landscape. Thriving WFH hubs, maybe in repurposed government buildings, maybe elsewhere. Skilled people across the state working for a global company.
Are Priya and Venkatesh examples living the dream?
Potentially, yes. Priya leading a remote team, Vimitesh thriving as a remote consultant. The state economy would be more resilient, more distributed. Those ambitious income targets. WFH could be a key enabler for reaching them.
It sounds transformative.
It could be, but, it requires sustained effort, real investment, and navigating all those challenges we talked about. It's not guaranteed.
Right. So wrapping this up, it's clear there's this incredible appetite for work from home in Andhra Pradesh. Millions are interested.
A huge potential workforce shift.
The government is pushing forward with plans, building hubs, seeing it as part of their economic strategy.
Proactive steps, definitely.
But those hurdles, internet, skills, actually getting enough remote jobs, ensuring fairness, they're significant.
Absolutely critical to overcome.
Ultimately, though, Andhra Pradesh could be on the cusp of really redefining work for a huge number of his people, potentially spreading opportunity more widely than ever before. It really makes you wonder, what could this mean for other regions? And what does this large-scale experiment tell us about the future of work itself? Lots to think about there.